The purpose of this recording is to show the progress we made on Sprint 23 of FYI. The first thing to show you is inside each of the Office products, we've now fully implemented our new right-hand document drawer, which is the change we've made is we've now made it so that the same technology that powers the web app for the right-hand drawer, which is React, is now powering the Office add-ins as well. The reason we've done this is that means we're set up to be able to move towards Office 365 in the future, and we've successfully spiked that out and proven that as a fact. There's actually a couple of other benefits of this approach that you can see here with Inside Outlook. The first of is quite simple but important is it gives consistency of the users. So there, we were spending a fair bit of time and we never got it quite right, as this used to be a .NET environment, and obviously the web is React. Each of them was working differently, and it was obvious that they were different code bases, and it was causing it wasn't a great experience. Now they're one the same, in which case they look and feel and act identically. The other more important improvement is as there's now a single code base powering the right-hand document drawer in the web and also in the Office add-ins, it saves a lot of maintenance, a lot of QA. So we were having to duplicate everything and then test it to make sure we got identical results. We've now got a single code base powering both use cases. So that's quickly looking at it inside of Outlook. I'll just close that down again and then just show you the other add-ins. So let me go into the web and I'll go through and create a presentation. So this is also new in Sprint 23. I can choose Dean Smith. I could choose a template if I wanted to. Tax planning. Hit create. It'll go through and actually create the PowerPoint. Obviously, it stores it in a copy of it up in the web store. It also checks it out and takes a copy local that I can then make changes. I can hit save, 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 and you'll see that that same right-hand framed or drawer that we had in Outlook is also available with inside of PowerPoint as well. So if I go back up to the web and just hit refresh there, I'll just show you what's happened. It's created the document, but it's also checked it out immediately. And it does it automatically. So that's a really important feature, and it tells you who it's been checked out to. So we've added this in this sprint, which is visibility as to whether or not a document's been checked out. It's important so users don't start to go do something and then realize they can't make changes. Another thing we've implemented is you can actually go through and do a manual check-in. Ultimately, this will be restricted because you don't want people doing this all the time. And next sprint will be extending this to have it so that you can get notified when the document is checked back in, or request the user checks it back in again, and just includes a messaging system. So I go back into PowerPoint. I've made my changes. I hit save. That'll automatically check the document back in again and makes it available to other people. So we've made it so the process of check-in, check-out is as easy as possible. Auto saves are also being captured there. You can do a manual save, an auto save, and all of it's been synced up. And when you close the document, it automatically checks it back in again. Quickly show you the next one here, which is a spreadsheet. Dean Smith, once again, could choose a template. Goes away, creates a document, and you'll see the same right-hand drawer there, and you'd see the same. I won't bother doing a letter because it hasn't changed from before, but the same effect would happen if I was doing a letter as well. So it's finishing the Office add-ins is an important improvement, also improving the technology. So we're using React with inside here, and we've also extended and improved the check-in, check-out functionality to make it seamless and make sure there's no chance of ever having any edits at the same time and people potentially losing work. So that's the four different creates of each of the Office products. One other show here is also in this sprint is uploads. So the reason why this is important, this is when you might have a file type which is a bit unusual. You might have a zip file, there might be a proprietary file format for a particular reporting product. So this allows you to be able to take anything that is obviously passes our virus checker, but say creditless report. You can either drag and drop, or you can select to upload it, and then it goes through and uploads a copy of the document and then creates a record of it inside the client and makes it available within the practice to anyone who's got access to it for whatever your retention period is. So that's the upload. We have also done image file. It's identical to upload. I won't bother showing you, but that's intended for PDF files, specific for PDFs, whereas this is meant to be anything else, any other file type that our system doesn't know about. Quick other things to show is the other creates is if I click on Dean, we've finished file note, phone call, meeting record. We call these web forms. So these are not actually external documents like the Office documents or PDFs. It's basically saying I want to create an interaction of a telephone call from the ATO. I can make notes on it straight away, date, time, telephone numbers there. I hit save. We've deliberately made this so it's a scratch pad. You can start typing immediately. Often these types of events happen out of your control. So make it so you can start typing immediately and just capture the details rather than saying to your client, oh, can you hang on for a second while I get my system in gear? But when I hit save there, it forces me to still capture the important metadata we've decided as a practice that we need to capture each and every time. So that's the phone call, meeting report we've done, and file note as well. So that means we've now completed each of the interactions across the entire suite of FYI. Next one to show is changes we've made. It's just multi-delete. We had delete there before. We can now do a multi-delete. Simple improvement, but it's important. We could get all of these features done. The other one here is copy. So you might have an engagement ladder, which is a bit of a bespoke ladder, and you look at it and go, that would be handy as a start point for another client. If I hit copy, it creates a copy of the document, brand new copy of the document, so it clears off any activity. There's no tasks, there's no workflows attached to it. It opens it up in Word, so you can start modifying it immediately, and then you can go through and refile it. So say if this new copy was intended to be for another client, you can then file it across into the other client. So this one currently is stored with inside Dean. I can then move it across into, say, into Dana or whoever. Dana Rescott, and rename it accordingly. Save and close. So that's the copy function as well. Many thanks.